G'day guys, welcome to Emsley Lodge for another week. Just at the Geelong trials at the moment. Got 5 sort of horses ready to trial, and I'm sure they'll race in a couple of weeks, and I'll give you an update on them a bit later on in the video. Jamie's away in New Zealand at the moment. He's trying to find obviously a nice sort of staying horse for our stable. New Zealand's pretty good for those sort of staying types, so that's sort of what he's going after there. Through the week we had pretty quiet. We had Pink Angel race on Sunday. She was obviously disappointing, but she's probably just a young filly that's probably just had enough. The vet sort of picked up on it that he thought she was a bit seasonal after the race, and then the next day back at the farm she was heavily in season, so she'll go for a little break, and just an immature filly, so I'm sure next prep she'll improve again. Runners this week, we'll go to Kyneton on Saturday. First of the runners will be Honey Magic. We'll back her up. She just didn't handle the tempo the other day of 1500. We'll drop her back in trip where there'll be a better speed on, and she'll relax a bit better in the run, and then she'll finish off, I'm sure, a lot better like she was in her previous 3 starts. We also have Manza. He was a bit disappointing last run. We'll go back up in trip to the 1950. He's probably at the stage where he needs to start doing something. He's only won the 1 race, so he needs to show a bit, and I'm sure around Kyneton, good on speed track, he'll be on the speed, and hopefully he'll be fighting at the finish. And the third of the runners will be Benatari. Showed a bit last prep. He raced really tough last prep. This time in, hasn't fired at all. He really needs to start doing something. Change a few things around with him, with the way we're working him, and just a few sort of different things, feed and those sort of things. So hopefully that can turn his form around, and he can return to the form that he was in last prep. On Tuesday we go to Warrnambool, Sistine Avenue. Yeah, he was really good last start, I thought. Sort of just the last little bit, he sort of just found a couple better than him, but he was certainly right around the finish and much improved on his last few runs. So I'm sure around Warrnambool, big sort of track, it should suit him, and I'm sure he'll be around the mark again. You might even get decent odds about him still. We'll also have Pantera Nera. He won 3 starts ago. He was really good again 2 starts ago, and then last start he was just he just never got a crack at him. He got stuck behind one that just didn't take him anywhere, and he just sort of fell back through the field, but he never got let off the bit. So I'm sure if he returns to his form of his last few runs, then he'll be fighting at the finish as well. Just thought I'd give you an update on our triallers today at Geelong. The first horse was Young Hostess, so she's in a 1,000 metre trial for a 3,000 metre horse, so that was probably always going to be a bit too speedy for her, but I thought her last bit of her trial was really good, and she took a good amount of pulling up, so yeah, she'll probably head to the races in a couple of weeks. Aluf, he's come back in good order. He's obviously a 1,000 metre horse. He puts himself in the race, so he trialled well, and we'll look for a race for him in a couple of weeks also. Junefield, new horse for the stable. He showed a bit last prep for another stable, and he's come to us in good order. The way he trialled today, yeah, he's a nice, really progressive horse. I would think that he would win a couple of races for us this time in, and yeah, he's certainly got the ability to be a midweek to Saturday City horse. The other horse was Mr. Mofidi. He's an aggressive sort of going horse. It's probably his downfall. He's always showed us plenty of speed, but he needs to learn to relax in order for him to finish off his races. He jumped away good. That's just sort of the horse he is. He always shows good gate speed. And a sort of couple ran past him up the straight, but I think one of them was a multiple Group 1 winner from New Zealand, so it was probably entitled to, but I thought the ones behind him, I thought he held them to the line pretty good. We'll probably look for a race in a couple of weeks for him. And the other horse is Mutanasek. He's sort of cheeky buggy. He's pretty playful, and he likes having a bit of a game, but he's come back in good order. Yeah, I'd be pretty disappointed that if we couldn't win a couple of races with him this time in. But he's been working well at home, and yeah, look forward to getting him to the races.
John Davies, my name, Hall of Famer, Thoroughbred Club. I won it 1 year, but it wasn't all that crash hot. I've got a couple picked out for Caulfield on Saturday. Race 6, number 4, Just Benjamin, into race 9, number 6 Fabric, a Parlay Formula 2. You can go either each way or straight out, they're pretty short. My value bet for the day is race 8, number 8, Super Hard. Thank you, and I hope we all come home with money.
That's it for another week at Emsley Lodge. Thanks for watching. Jamie will be back on the video next week. Keep an eye out on the website and the video for what he's purchased in New Zealand. I'm sure that it'll be pretty good value, whatever he has purchased. And yeah, Jamie sort of likes those sort of staying types, so I'm sure that it'll be one of those sort of types of horses. As for runners this week, yeah, go to Kyneton, got a couple of runners there, and then Warrnambool again on Tuesday. But with the quiet week this week, I'm sure over the next few weeks it'll really ramp up. There are 5 horses trialling today. They'll sort of be ready to race in the next couple of weeks. So, yep, keep watching and keep following the stable.
Race 9, number 6, I think it is. I'll have to have a look at this. Race 6, can we start again?